All right, my people, welcome back onto this channel. Well, this is another one reaching us May 29. 6 things Tinubu should do to reunite divided Nigeria. All right, my people, the news in details. Well, onto this, the incoming Bola Tinubu administration faces an uphill task of reuniting a divided Nigeria. There is a general belief among the populace that Nigeria has never been so divided than it is under the administration of President Muhammadu Buhari. In 2015, when President Buhari took over from then President Goodluck Jonathan, he made the infamous 97% statement declaring that his appointment and then infrastructural development across the country would be based on the votes he received across the regions. Well, Buhari made his first visit to the United States on July 22, 2015, where he addressed the United States Institute of Peace USIP on security and then counterterrorism issues in Nigeria and the West Africa. Fielding questions from members of the audience, the Nigerian leader was asked about inclusiveness in his administration, and then after struggling with the question, Buhari puzzled and then said, inclusive? Well, according to the statement, I quote, I hope you have a copy of the election results. The constituent, for example, who gave me 97% of the vote cannot, in all honesty, be treated on some issues with constituencies that gave me 5%. I think these are political realities. Where Buhari was adjudged to be referring to the Igbo dominated Southeast, a region that voted massively for the People's Democratic Party PDP candidate Goodluck Jonathan in the election. Since its inauguration in 2015, Buhari's appointment has continued to generate controversy among citizens who accuse the president of marginalization and disregard for federal character policy. Well, and this is against his vow to belong to everybody and then belong to nobody. Many Nigerians think he has not lived up to his promise. Well, the president in his nearly 8 years in office seems to have ignored diversity of the country, compromising multi-ethnic groups in the north and the south, and also goes against the diversity and they enacted the Federal Character Commission Act. Well, according to public record, the Southeast and the South-South have marginal representation in the Buhari's government, while the North takes the majority of the appointment. Statistics available shows that the Northwest, the zone of the president, had the highest appointment in the outgoing government, while the outgoing administration also appeared to have taken sides, turned a blind eye, or sympathized with a section of the element who goes about killing, raping, maiming innocent citizens, and then destroying farmlands of their victims. Buhari once said that had he not joined the armed forces, he would have simply settled as a career, and this could be interpreted differently by anybody. Well, and Nigerians have begun to question the ability of the president-elect Asiwaju Bola Tinubu to unite a system that has been so highly polarized to a scary extent that citizens could boldly stop their fellow citizens from voting during elections because they belong to one ethnic group or another. Well, there is a lot the incoming administration of Ahmed Tinubu could do to unite the country, to reunite Nigeria and then correct some of the damaging mistakes of the Buhari administration. Daily Post considered seven things the president elect should be willing to do. Well, one, support Southeast Senate presidency. Tinubu, onto this one, should support the Southeast to produce the president of the 10th Senate. Tinubu ran and won the election on a platform that did not see anything wrong in the same faith ticket. Bola Tinubu, a Yoruba Muslim, and then Kashim Shettima, a Muslim from the Northeast, will be pioneering the affairs of the country from May 29, and for equity and fairness, a Christian from the Southeast should be supported to become the country's number 3 citizen. This will give the Southeast a sense of belonging in the incoming administration. Reconciliation in order to fulfill his campaign promise of being the president of all Nigerians, no matter their political affiliations, religion, or ethnicity. The president elect should, through words and then actions, reconcile the aggrieved section of the society, especially the youth, who are largely of the opinion that their mandate was stolen. Immediately after the February 25th elections, Tinubu was reported to have set up committees to reconcile his camp with his challengers who lost to him in the presidential election, such as People's Democratic Party (PDP's) Atiku Abubakar and Peter Obi of the Labour Party. The committees comprising elders of the APC are meant to begin to meet with co-contestants of the president-elect in a bid to assuage feelings. Tinubu should be able to go ahead with the reconciliation even after the Supreme Court might have ruled in his favor in cases filed by the other contestants. Well, in the speech he delivered shortly after he was declared the winner of the presidential election, Tinubu extended a hand of fellowship to the supporters of his opponent in the election. Meanwhile, shed of baggages is another one stated. Onto this one, it says some of the aides of the president-elect are not helping matters in terms of calming the situation after the presidential election. Nigeria cannot be united in a situation some of the president-elect's aides continue to generate unnecessary tension. At this point, there should be people trying to douse the situation and then bring calmness. People who express their opinions about the election should not automatically become enemies, called all sorts of foul and then disparaging names. The activities of some of the aides on social media have only added insult on top of injury. For instance, the likes of former Minister of Aviation Femi Fani-Kayode and the current Minister of State for Labour Festus Keyamo have turned themselves into attack dogs. But whatever their antics have not helped matters since after the presidential election, as their contestant clashes with the obedient and supporters of the Labour Party are generating tension. Notably, Fani Kayode and the Keyamo are not only in this, as Bayo Onanuga also needs to act presidentially. Spread major works of development, which is the third one. Well, onto this one, the Buhari administration has been heavily criticized for being sectional. The incoming administration should not toe such path. All the infrastructural development plans of the president-elect, as contained in his manifesto, should include every part of Nigeria and equally distributed, be it the places he received just 5% votes or in those places he got more votes. This will make the people see him as the unifier he has promised to be. So it behoves the president-elect Bola Tinubu to spread his major works of development across the country and then not focus on only the places he won election. Yeah, so The fourth one is balanced appointment. Well, onto this one, unlike the outgoing administration that allegedly sees some sections of Nigeria as better than the others in terms of appointment into key positions, including security services, the incoming government should correct this anomaly and make every part of the country have a sense of belonging. Although the presidency has maintained that the decision to appoint or sack service chiefs and other officials was the president's prerogative, Nigerians will feel more secure in their country knowing that their interests are well protected. Well, the fifth one says youth friendly policies. Onto this, the incoming government should put in place youth friendly policies that could help some. The Jackpa syndrome, the incoming government should make Nigerians stay in their country and then bridge the divide. There has been a significant increase in the number of Nigerians migrating to the global west, and then given the opportunity, according to a survey by the African Polling Institute, more than 7 out of 10 Nigerians, especially the youth, would leave the country in search of a better living. Many youth are dumping their country because of few employment opportunities and then rising insecurity, hardship, and hunger in the hopes of more viable prospects abroad. A report from the National Bureau of Statistics 2020 said that youth unemployment for those aged 15-34 is at 42.5%, with youth underemployment at 21.6%, and this figure has skyrocketed in 2023 despite the fact that a large population of the Nigerian youth did not vote for Tinubu in the presidential election. The president-elect should ensure his policies draw the young people closer to his government. All right, my people, and this is exactly what it had been right now onto this. Oh my goodness. Well, and then right now, I think some things had been taken into consideration. Well, the people are still shouting, we pray one Nigeria will help us. Well, according to guests, it says, well, we don't want your unity. We want disintegration. We can never unite with demons like you people. You people are evil. No, we want separation. Okay, this had been said by guests anyway. Well, if someone is saying that Tinubu cannot unite Nigerians because he has a stolen mandate. Nigeria is in this mess today because Buhari's second term was stolen from Atiku. God can never be mocked. You can't steal to prosper. If you do in a jiffy, it will all vanish. Look at the mess the country is into due to stolen mandates. Do the right thing and then good things will follow. All right, a lot of comment keep coming in though, my people, onto this one. Well, meanwhile, I would like to have your own comment on the comment section. What do you think about this? And remember to subscribe for more updates if you are new on this channel. All right, thanks and God bless.